Okay, great. Yeah, I didn't want to start with what I've programmed, but it's kind of working so well that I'm gonna do that anyway. Yeah, so the blue lines on the at the low 3450. That's what I've programmed, and I'm working on some other stuff as well. You can like import it later in MarketDelta or IRT, and well, it's gonna be great. So I'm excited. It's a little bit finishing later than I thought it would, but that's how it goes, right? Anyway, so welcome. Yeah, I'm Niels. I'm from Amsterdam. Been trading full time for over 7 years now. So it's a while now. Trading from all over the world actually. Now back in Amsterdam, and yeah, running the European room now, which is kind of cool. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Okay, so what I do is I trade with MarketDelta and Bookmap right now. Bookmap is still fairly new, but I think I used it for over a year already. Aussie. Well, I'm Dutch. 100%. Oh, you're still good, right? I mean, WB? Okay, cool. So yeah, I'm gonna show you how I look at the market and what I use to make my decisions. So here we go. So currently at the bottom, let me put up the pen. Does that work? Kind of work. Yeah, you should see the highlighter, right? Should work. So you see, like at the bottom, you see like 29 contracts, and the previous low is 28. So that's kind of those are like low numbers, right? It's really like a low number. So that kind of means that it's rejected. And when it moved up to the, what is it, like 36s, you see a lot of volume coming in. Let me first explain what all the numbers are, by the way. I bet not all of you know that. Maybe that's easier. So the numbers on the left side are contracts traded at the bid, and on the right, those are contracts traded at the offer. So that way you can see like who's more aggressive, or yeah, kind of what the stronger side is. And so at the 35, 75, I guess, you see like they dumped like 4K contracts, but I hold it. So that means like there's a responsive buyer active. So someone's willing to buy all the contracts that someone's selling, and that's why I hold it. And the 36s later, you see, well, I have a color coded as well. So the red is like heavy selling, or no, not heavy selling, more selling than buying, and the blue, like the heavy blue, is like significantly more buyers than sellers. So that's kind of should help you out. So that hold it here and moved higher to the, oh, it's the weekly VWAP. I'm not sure that's why it stopped there, but it's there. So I use VWAP as well, VWAP weekly. I use the 6-day VWAP. I use the daily VWAP. Well, it's the 24-hour VWAP. I don't really look at the day-only VWAP. It's just not that helpful for me, I've noticed. So, any questions so far, by the way? I mean, I'm just rambling, I guess. So, anything you want me to clear up? Yes, no? The time frame. What's it? Yeah, okay. So it's not based on time. The chart I have now is based on a 5-tick reversal. So when it moves one way, you're just gonna keep the same bar. But as soon as it down ticks or up ticks in the different direction, you get a new bar. Rick, I'm on the screen share starting with AMS. Yeah, it doesn't matter which one, it's all the same. Okay. So yeah, I look at volume a lot. So if I wouldn't been like presenting this, I probably would have put in a buyer at the 36s with a stop below the low. I use a tight stop, like 2 points usually, maybe 3 if I think it's gonna go much higher and give it some playroom. But usually use a tight stop, and that's because, and you can see that below. I'll highlight it if that works. It's kind of slow. Here's the pen. Oh, big delay. But anyway, I put a really great drawing on the lower pane at the chart. That's the zigzag. It's showing all the swings. It's really important because you have like normal swings, which in the ES is like 2 points, like sort of like 8 to 10 ticks. If it breaks out of there, you got like a more directional move. So when it moves down, like we did from the high, we moved down like 4 points and 3/4. Then we got the 2-point uptick. We kind of got the market maker action. It's like up to, down to. So yeah, 2 points. If you want to get in, fade the 2 points after a directional move. So later, we just touched the mid, right? The mid was at 40.50, I guess. Yeah, 40.50. So we touched mid, and then we went down again, down another 4 points, 4.25. We got the 7 ticks up, and then we got another 3 points down. But then the move kind of turned. We got a 3 points up instead of the 2 points normal uptick, and then we did the 2 points down. Well, 7 ticks, but close enough. So that kind of put in a reversal of the move. And you got the volume also at the 36s, so that's why I would look for a long over there. Well, sure, I can say that now because it's higher, but yeah, that's what you look at. Is that clear? Does it make sense? Do you guys have any questions or? Okay, cool. Yeah. All right. Sounds good. Yeah. Let me scroll back and look for some. Well, some more examples. The chart is kind of slow. I have to wait for it to update. Hold on. Yeah. Okay. So weekly VWAP. Well, I think it's important, but you decide for yourself. It's currently at the previous low. It was like 37.75, and that's where it kind of upticked. Plus, you saw like a big red bar, which means it's like someone is catching it, because they dumped like 1.5 contracts and didn't go lower. So, and there weren't like that many contracts on the bid at the time. So someone kept filling it, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's kind of obvious, I guess. Let me scroll back. I got some examples, and I'm just gonna put up the folder. Oh, that's great. Oh. Yes, I'm kind of, the reason I'm streaming from my presenting from my stream is because my own computers are two 40-inch 4K screens, and yeah, it's kind of too high resolution to make sense. It's probably gonna be too small, so I'm giving it a go on my stream. But I'm kind of controlling it from a remote control, so it's kind of slow, but bear with me. Yeah, the balanced target. Yeah, that's kind of what I was starting with at the low now. Here's an example of how it hit the high. It just works really well, but it's not finished yet, but I'll keep you updated. This is another balanced target. Oh. Let me find something else. Well, okay, no, I think I like the signals I'm working on because I don't see any other examples. Oh, that's okay. I'm also working on like a signal-based service. Also almost done. Same with when I was starting with. Yeah, it's just kind of it's giving signals on the things that I'm watching for anyway. Like the things I was just showing you, it kind of represents that, but then automatically, so sometimes it's like going so quick that you can see it, but so my algo kind of catches that and plots a signal, so it's kind of cool. But anyway, okay. Well, this rig, most of the settings are not, but the signals I was showing you, they are. But I'm also selling my settings, so you can have all the settings I have, and you can do it when you want. They're not like proprietary, but I kind of I call it I kind of perfected those like over the years, so it's gone a lot of like took a lot of time to get all the variables, all the settings, all the everything. So it took a while. But only the signals and the lines I was showing you before, they're like my code, and those are proprietary. But the rest are like not really, no. Cool. Yeah, so I wanted to talk about, hold on, let me enlarge it. Okay. So, hold on. The stream is giving me problems. Logging out. Sorry, hold on. I think only I'm seeing the. Okay, well, never mind. So volume profiles. It's not. It's kind of similar to market profile, but not really. It's not really based on time, just this volume. but within a defined time frame. So on the left you see like the long, really high purple volume profile. That's the monthly. I mean the yearly. Sorry. So it's from the whole year. And let me find the way to annotate it. Yeah. So you have like HVNs. It's a high volume node. Over here and over here. It's where the most volume traded. So that's where people wanna go to. You have the low. That's a bit thick. Sorry, hold on. And you have low volume areas, and that's where price gets rejected. Well, not rejected. It's where not a lot of people wanted to trade, so it could get rejected quick. But of course, they could blow through it and go to a next balance range, or to the next HVN high volume node. Kilo, are you talking to me or somewhere else? Where do you go to enter? Well, I prefer not to enter on HVNs. I'm going to answer anyway. HVNs are like, that's likely to get chopped because a lot of people traded there. So it's not likely to move from it pretty quick. But the LVNs are the low volume nodes. There are prices that usually get rejected quick, or just blow through it, so you kind of know quickly if you're right or wrong. And an LVN is also a good level because it's probably gonna work at least once. And since I do a lot of 2-point trades, 2-point scales, I mean, you usually get a 2-point scale, so you can offset your risk a lot, and that's also really important. Just I don't go all in or all out, so I scale out. And I would suggest you do that if you don't have a set plan yet. I'll show you some things about it later. But so yeah, LVNs, they're really important. But you can look at daily profiles, weekly, monthly, and it can depend on your own strategy. Mine is pretty short term, so I usually look at weekly and daily. And then it's pretty clear what they want. Not that I'm right all the time, but it's kind of clear what they want. And if you're wrong, you won't have to debate it. You're just wrong, and you can just go out, get out, go flat, reconsider your trade. Okay, hold on. Next one. Okay, so this is the, I don't know where it is, but it doesn't really matter. Oh, it's the S. Okay. So I do like short-term trades. So let me get an example of how I enter. Like the high. Can you see the? Yeah, you can see it, right? I'm drawing an arrow now, yellow arrow. Oh. Well, I tried. It's not really an arrow, but so you see at the high they traded on both on the bid and the asks, and that's usually when things are not finished, and they call it actually in MarketDelta also, like they call it unfinished business. That's when price usually goes to recheck it and see if there's still buyers to wanting to push it up. So if that happens, then I use. It's kind of getting a delay on the drawing thing. Anyway, so I buy the first pullback, and it's usually like the 7-8 ticks that I told you about, the 2-point market maker action, and that's where you get a reaction. I'm just gonna scalp a point usually, and that works pretty good, as you can see here. But I'm gonna show you in the current chart because I prefer to do that because if you like pull up examples, they're always gonna work, right? Because you found them. So let's check back on the chart we have now. Let me clear that. Where did we go? Oh, here. It didn't really happen today. Okay, didn't happen. That's okay. No. Okay, so any questions? I want to like my plan was to keep it like interactive, but so shoot. No one? I can't imagine it's all clear. Lower panel. Okay. So, hey, Melissa, how you doing? Yeah, I'm recording it. Yeah, so no worries. But yeah, I'll go into the scaling first, and then I'll answer your question, Melissa. So yeah, I scale out too on 2 to 4 points trades. I do have hold on, an Excel sheet I made, and it's for you to download. Let me put it up. Yeah, so it's to cover your risk reward. So it depends on your trading style, of course, but scaling out usually helps you offset your risk a lot, and it keeps you also in the trade because the thing is, if you let's say like the current price, okay, this is a nice subject. So if you like sold the 40, no, okay, like 39.50. That's a pretty good price. You sold 39.50. It went down to 38, so you're like, oh, I'm good, in the green. But then it ticked back, and you might stop out. I don't know. You might like have your stop at break even too quick. But if you scale out at 1 point, I usually scale out at 2 points, but it depends actually. Sometimes I do 1 point depending on how it goes and on how big of a trade I have on. But if you scale out like okay, let's an example. Let's say you have on like 3 contracts at 39.50. So you scale out 2 contracts at 38.50, right? And you get that pretty quick. It's not a really uncommon swing. So you scale out 1 point with 2 contracts. So your average is then instead of 39.50, it's 41.50, and that's like way above the high of that move. So you can have a free trade, and if it's starting to work, if you're out the chop, if you're out the 2 points chop, which is going on right now actually, like 6 to 8 tick chop, you can also add lower, right? You can add lower with less risk. I mean, you're like kind of you get a worse average, but still you kind of have a confirmed move. So it's not really a problem to add lower because you have the 41.50 average instead of 39.50 now, right? Does that make sense? Okay, good. So that's why I always scale out. Yeah, it's really helping me, because I kind of move my stop to break even pretty quick, and the way I do it now is that my average would have been 41.50, and I wouldn't have been stopped out, and I would have stopped out at 39.50. So that's kind of the idea. This is maybe not the best example, but I think you get the idea. You can do it. You can do it anywhere. It's it's kind of working from a 3-lot on. 2-lot could work. It's harder, as you can imagine. But if you do a 2-lot, you just scale out at 2 points instead of 1. You still get the you get the improvement of your average, which is important, I think. So yeah. So yeah, Melissa, the lower panel. Yeah, it's the swings. It's the zigzag. I think I kind of covered it a bit already, but no worries. Yeah, so the most common swing in the ES, at least right now with this volatility, is like 2 points. I think you can see it. I kind of draw like got a light gray box. I think I've set that at like 9 ticks or something. I think 10 ticks at 250. So everything below a swing of 250 is kind of normal to me. So when it breaks out of that, you get like a more directional move. So if it breaks out and you're gonna, or you want it to go long anyway. So so the move to the 38s from the low was a 350 upswing, and then you got the 175 down, which is close enough to the 2 points for me. Then I'm looking to buy that one, and then you get like chop, like 5 up tick, 5 down tick, and then you get another directional move, right? Like similar to the 350. So like generally you get like 2 350 upswings, and then you get the 2 point down. So if you want to be long, still want to be long, even though it went to the VWAP. So I wouldn't be long anymore because VWAP is usually my target. But you could still buy the 2 point down tick. Well, if you wanna fill, you should like probably put in a bit at 6 ticks instead of 2 point, because no one would have filled at 311 contracts at 38s. But still, you get the idea, right? So that's kind of how I look at it. Look for a directional move, retest, and get another directional move, and then scale out, reduce risk, and then you're good. Well, it sounds easy, but it's not, of course. But the blue, well, yeah, it's something I made myself. I'm not gonna explain it how it works, but I'm close to finishing up the. I think I'm close to finishing up the program for it, and then you'll be able to get a trial and check it out. But I'm not gonna go into the code. Sorry. Any other questions? $118 West, yes, correct, yep. So low volume is like, I was, like, look at it this way, like no one wants to trade there, right? No one was interested at that price. So yeah, it's gonna reject quick or blow through it, but it's probably not gonna stick around long. And HVNs, yeah, high volume nodes, yeah, that's where the most of the people, or not people, most of the volume traded. Could be one trader, but is where most of the volume traded, and it's likely to stay in that range until it breaks out. Like kind of what we're doing right now, actually. So the POC is 39 even. It's kind of going into a low volume area at the 37s now. So if we're breaking lower, yeah, it's probably gonna go to the low. Okay, let me scroll back to see if I have better examples. Yeah, okay, so this was yesterday, I think. Yeah, yesterday. Yeah, okay. So yesterday, oh, that's why I told you about the 6-day VWAP, right? Oh, it's here. That's where we hold it yesterday. Coincidence? Yeah, it's debatable, but I use it. But the most interesting thing is, like, look at the volume. And the second test at the 27.75, only 7 contracts traded. So no one was kind of interested to sell it, right? And when that happened, you got buyers stepping in. You get the blue bars, right? Buyers. You get the 150 pullback. You get a 250 up move, and the 250 up move is interesting because you see. Even though it's not like a directional move really, but you see the volume, right? You guys can see the volume at the 30.75, 30.50s over there with that cursor at my cursor. Can you see that? Yes or no? Okay, great. And that's kind of it's interesting because they're buyers active, and the selling wasn't that strong. So if you see that, try to buy it, because it's gonna finish it up higher probably. I mean, it's not always gonna happen. It happened here, of course, but that's why it's easier to tell. But it's not like if you see so much volume at the high of a swing, it's probably not gonna stay the high. It's probably gonna go higher. It's kind of also what happened here at the 36 quarter. Same thing, right? Same thing. You get a pullback, like the 30.75 C was 5 tick pullback, which isn't a lot, but here you get the 2-point market maker action, 7 ticks, but close enough. And we went on and make a new high. So that's what happens a lot when you look at the volume. So it's really a good indication that they're not done on the up move. Plus, they hold it the 34 quarters where you saw the high volume on that bar. So they didn't want to let shorts out, because, well, it's a blue bar, so a lot of people bought it, but at the same time, even the same amount of sellers were active, of course. So they're stuck now. They're stuck at the 34 quarters. So, and they're not letting them out. So that's interesting. So that's why pushing higher. And then this is also beautiful. And we're back to the VWAP, right? So VWAP is really important. It just goes there. It retraces so many times back to the VWAP, but it's also because institutions trade off it. There are many VWAP algorithms, and institutions need to trade a lot of volume, right? And they can't do it anywhere because they might move the market too much. But so the VWAP, the volume weighted average price, is a great way to do that, to trade volume, and not in like not, how you call it, like kind of not influence the market too much. So I hope that makes sense. Um, yeah, so another example. Okay, let me pull up the color. No. I'm gonna try to draw on it. It's gonna. Yeah, it kind of works. Okay, so I think we can all agree the 650 down move was kind of a directional move, right? There's no market maker direction of 2 points, 250, whatever. It's a pretty good move. But what happens later? It retested up, but it went straight to the where volume traded, right? You can see the yellow and green dots. That's high volume. Well, at least I consider it high volume, so I kind of programmed those dots in it if I think it's high volume. And look where it stopped, right? So it's really important. So I didn't short it, by the way. I think I was. I'm kind of having the flu, so I think I was in bed yesterday. But anyway, but so yeah, it's a great way to look at it and to see potential resistance and high volume areas on a down move. It's just really important. And then we went on making a lower low, and it held it, as you can see, again with the high volume at the blue on the bottom with the dots. That's where it hold it. I'll circle it. Yeah, not really big, great circle, but can you see that? Okay, great. Yeah, so it's really important. So volume. Well, I think WB can give you a great line of that. The volume is a tell, etc. But so it's great to see the volume, but what are you gonna do? Are you gonna buy it just because you see like the volume? No, you're not. So you want to see like it proves to hold, and this. So we got a 2.250 up move, and then we down tick back to the 3075s where the high volume was, and the kind of, I call it like buy imbalances, and that's exactly where it hold it. So the buyer over there was still active. So then you know you can kind of go long again with a like kind of a small risk, at least. Like, well, I use the low, so my stop would have been like 29.75. So that's kind of 6 to 8 tick risk, which is, I think, fair considering that move. Yeah, and then you got like, well, no, I don't want to say like then you got like, I don't know where you would have exited, but just the price action over there is just really clear. And here, well, here's the close. Just a lot of volume. Doesn't make sense. So yeah, I think it's kind of what I wanted to share with you right now. I also wanted to go into psychology, but I think we don't have enough time for that. But maybe another time. What else do I have for you guys? Yeah, well, sign up with the Euro Room. Here's the link. It's kind of giving you more information. Here's the link straight to the trade chat. Yeah, so yeah, if you guys like what I had to say so far, then I think you should check it out. I am gonna go more into depth with the psychology subject. So I'm gonna cover that in the Euro room. But I'm gonna cover a lot more than that because I think trading is like it's more than just numbers, right? I mean, I'm really good with numbers, but it's like you gotta be set for it, right? The mindset should be good. I think you should like eat kind of healthy, be in great shape. I think all those things come together when you trade because, well, I think we all know trading. It's a hard business. It's a tough job, but it's doable. Yeah, but you gotta stay focused and pulling the, yeah. So yeah, thanks for your time. I think we have. If you have questions, shoot. I think we have a few minutes left. Oh, and here, if you want the complete chart setup, check this out. But it's in the work to get an update. It's gonna go to a monthly thing where you get like free updates and all. Yeah, Mel. Yeah, I'm recording it now. Might have to do some editing, but yeah, I'm gonna post it in your room. Yeah. Are there any questions? Did I miss anything? Probably not, right? What are we doing currently? Right, checking out lower. Well, that's what I said, right? It's gonna go. If 38 is kind of the lower range from that volume, from the HVN kind of area. Now we're breaking lower, but it needs to go through that volume at the 36, 50s, 75. Yeah. What's included in the Euro room? Well, you get 24/7 access to the room, so that's kind of cool. You get the live squawk. You get WB chiming in sometimes, not on a regular basis, but he does. Well, you also get like a lot of stuff from the IM Pro, but not everything, of course. I'm gonna be in it, so that's great. Yeah, I think it's just gonna be a lot of educational stuff as well when the market is quiet down, because I'm trading myself as well. So the European Open and the US Open, I'm gonna be busy, but between that, yeah, there's a lot of time to discuss whatever you want. If people like say, hey, let's discuss that, we can do that. So no, yeah, I think it's yeah, gonna be great. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna wrap it up. So thanks for your time. Do you discuss trade setups? Yes, we do. Yeah. Yeah, I also call trades when I'm trading, and it's not too quick. I just type in the price on time. Not that you need to follow it per se, but I do. So yeah, thanks for your time. And have fun with WB. He's up next, right? It is going to be great as well. So have fun there, guys, and thanks.